Hello, everybody, and welcome to another raised up edition of Sirhan on X, live from Paycor Stadium. And we present to you my live preview of the Washington Commanders against the Cincinnati Bengals. Now we have a bunch of crazy lunatics here in Cincinnati. If I can just turn around here, over here starving for attention because they want to starve for attention. But anyway, let's welcome to another show. My first chance to do this live streaming on the road. My sound quality is not all that great because we have a bunch of booming music in the background. But I nailed a $300 seat midfield, and I'm just going to sit back and enjoy it. But onto the game. So the Washington Commanders are led by Jaden Daniels, a standout rookie quarterback out of LSU. Won the Heisman Trophy last year, rightfully so. There's some questions and debate as to whether he really deserved it or not. But he's a standout quarterback. I really liked him. I thought Washington made the right move to keep him, to bring him, to draft him. It's going to take a while for Washington to clean up the mess, though, because if you remember the Dan Snyder fiasco that took place, because it's just there's a lot of mess during the time when Dan Snyder ruled the team over there in Washington. But it's going to take a while. I think drafting Jalen Daniels was the right move. They made got some nice pieces around him. They got Noah Brown from Houston. They got Austin Eckler from the Chargers. They drafted Johnny Newton in the second round, but he's a defensive tackle. But there's some red flags with his injury history. But but their defensive secondary hasn't been all that great this season. So we'll see how it goes from there. I'm looking forward to see what Jaden Daniels can do as a quarterback. I think he's going to be a good one eventually. Just there's a lot of mess over here in Washington from the years of Dan Snyder. As we all know, Dan Snyder just absolutely ruined the franchise for the longest time, and it took a long time for them to finally get him action out of the office. And it was finally a job well done by whoever was involved. So it's going to take a lot to clean up the mess, but I think they're going to be just fine. They're coming in this game 1-1, losing to Tampa Bay, beating the Giants. Their kicker kicked 7 field goals and a good win. A division win is always a good win. So, but you see behind me here, there's more as many Washington fans as there are Cincinnati fans. What a shame. And now, of course, there's Bengals fans wanting to be on the big screen because they're ego-driven. So I'm sitting here just enjoying it. I'm just going to sit here like everybody else. But for Cincinnati, it's a $275 million quarterback who can't perform up to expectations because ever since he signed the contract, he's been mediocre at best. But he's got a good chance tonight because T. Higgins is back opposite Jamar Chase. Hopefully Jamar Chase can keep his emotions in check because apparently he did when he was in Kansas City last week. That's going to be the big question. Can he keep his emotions in check? I think it's going to be interesting to see. Cincinnati basically has no defensive tackles in the interior. And they picked up a guy called Ron Sky out of New England, but he basically benched them. But he probably plays some minutes like defense because they have no defensive tackles. Snowden Rankins and BJ Hill are out. And that defense has been gashed like crazy over the past couple of years. And I expect Washington to basically go at them with Austin Eckler. So, but as far as the overall game is concerned, I won't be here long because everybody's going crazy over here already. Both the Bengals and Redskins fans. I can't see the it'd be funny to see the Bengals fans melt down after once we start. I just can't see it happen. I think they find a way to get out of here with a win. I think the Bengals are for them to be a Super Bowl contender. I believe they have to do something. I think they have to win today. I think they know the sense of urgency. I don't think it'll be pretty, but I think they will get it done because they say a win is a win is a win is a win is a win. So that's what I think it's going to come down to here in Cincinnati. And if there's people who don't treat me, there's a stupid two-day chance. So, but I expect Cincinnati to come out on top. I expect them to find a way to get the job done. It won't be pretty, but I think they will. And by the way, just so everybody here knows, especially my Kansas followers, they're still talking about what happened last week in Kansas City. I was walking here, and I noticed there's like 4 people behind me. The only thing they talked about was how the Bengals outplayed the Chiefs, and the Bengals got robbed by the pass interference goal. That's the only thing on their mind, because as we know, the Kansas City Chiefs went free, the Bengals fans did, and they still is 8 days later, but they don't know how to move on. So hopefully they can find a way to get a win, so the Bengals fans can just shut up for once, because they know they don't have a much of a chance in the playoffs if they don't win today. But the Chiefs are still having rent free the Bengals is. They're still talking about Jamar Chase's meltdown. They're still talking about the pass interference that was a correct call. And the Bengals fans just can't let it go. They don't know how to let it go. And that's how it is. I mean, the Kansas won that game fair and square. I tip my head up to the Chiefs fans. Something Bengals fans can't let go. But as I said, the past sponsor now is Kleenex to wipe the tears off their face. It's supposed to be more rain today, but it's not rain. The Bengals fans flying all over the place because they still can't get over being beat by the Kansas City Chiefs. So, but I expect Cincinnati to come out on this with a win, some way, somehow. I don't know how, but I expect them to come out with a win. Everybody says he's going to put up 50. I haven't seen him put up 50 in the last 2 games put together, so they're not even going to sniff in one game. So, but I'm going to go ahead and get off here. I promised y'all I was going to do a live show from the stadium, so here I am. I'll be back at it tomorrow afternoon, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. to all my international followers. Until then, everybody out there have a good night. Take care of yourselves, and God bless.